Could you introduce yourself and tell us your role you have in Urinetown?
Sure. My name is Vanessa Beyland, and I am the choreographer for Urinetown.
And how has this experience been choreographing the show?
I love it. It's been so much fun. It is a extremely energetic and eclectic musical. So many of the dance numbers and many of the numbers in the show refer back to other Broadway shows. So it's been sort of like a rundown of Broadway's greatest hits, all packed into one show. So it's really been fun to play around with making dances that relate to other dances but are brand new and fresh for the show.
What is your favorite dance you've choreographed for the show?
That is a really hard question. There are some really fun ones that we do. Probably my favorite sequence is the top of Act 2, where it's like 3 numbers right in a row. And the first one is called What is Urinetown? And it has a very Fiddler on the Roof feel. So we got to kind of play around with that a little bit. And then it's followed up by a song called Snuff That Girl, which is very reminiscent of Cool from West Side Story. And then it goes into a third song called Run, Freedom, Run, which is a very gospel-esque type number and makes me think of like just numbers like Sit Down and Rock in the Boat from Guys and Dolls and Revelations by Alvin Ailey. So it's a challenge for the actors because they really have 3 big numbers right in a row. But it's been super fun to work on because it's sort of like all the different styles within the first 15 minutes of the show.
Was there a particular number that was harder for you to choreograph?
I don't know if there was a number that was harder to choreograph. The show itself is, while it appears to be very minimalistic, it is in fact extraordinarily complicated, and many of the numbers are not just music starts, dance number, end of story. Many of the numbers are intertwined within scenes, or they have plot forwarding moments within them. So I would say the biggest challenge has really been working with Rachel Price Cooper, our director, to make sure that the choreography is adequately telling and forwarding the story, and still keeping her vision and her idea of how the show should look going forward. So I think that's probably the biggest challenge, is just making sure that it doesn't look like, oh, this random dance number got thrown in here, but it's really a part of the show, as absurdist as it is at times.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem.